I think we're good. Let's get started here. Let's have some fun. You know, since I'm already going to be playing anyways, I might as well just start with up and up. I might as well just start with up and up.
New teams, difficulty, so level 10. Level 8.
Level 8. I 8. I level 8. That'll be fine. It's all straight, so that's the to be there into the game mechanics
Next stage.
because it does make sense in their context, because pretty much every music game showcase in arcade starts with something really low. So I might as well just fuck it. And I can still play it. We were thinking of swapping in Bad Apple for something, but I have to think about it more. That was probably like the only other change I was going to make. Is there anything?
I would leave Pineapple.
Huh?
I would keep Pineapple.
Well, I don't have Bad Apple anywhere, so I don't. I have to kick something out.
Ah.
I would probably kick Sudden Romance out if so. I gotta think about it. That's probably the only other change
Yeah, that makes sense.
Level 8.
I make. Even though this game's not big in Toho, I guess people just really would want to see it or talk about it. only Jump was rated 17 instead of 18, then I would have put that in instead because I enjoy Jump a lot more for something like this. But oh well, might as well get at least one.
Next stage.
Only time I'll have Tribe Attacker in. This could honestly use new charts, but I don't think anybody wants to do them. That was very amusing for what it was, but it was also already a UCS, so there was definitely some parts that could have been a little more polished. Anything out of this list that I really want to practice right now? Not really. I think we'll just. I guess I can practice Imperium later. But I'm looking at the list right now, and I'm not really seeing anything like I really need to practice. I guess I can play Loki right now.
Level 17. Level 20.
I can play Loki right now. I don't have to worry about that last hole being an instant killer.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
Let's see what else we still need to like. There we go. Oh, very good, sir. Give me just a second. I'm checking my PIU tracker stuff. I think still 21 that I didn't really do. Almost everything is hard. Almost everything is hard. I should be doing chicken wing remix. Let me go do that. I should have chicken wing remix done. I've had that for years.
Level 20. Level 19. Difficulty 0. Co-op play. Remix.
To be fair, I did a pain in the butt. I have a couple of like spots. Well, we'll give this a few shots just to get it off the list. It's a chart that exists. It was needed for its time, but it's whatever. stuck. That's also from not being fully warm. Yeah. Yeah, but it's preseason, it's understandable. If I can get my ass back in Legend, then other people can.
Next
I
stage.
will not deny, though, the Legend life bar is very strict. It is quite strict. Oh, let me just... That'll take forever to fail. Let's do this. That'll take forever to fail.
Bit cleaner.
This is a speed run, ma'am. I just waste more time doing it that way.
Paradox, that's pretty
Yep.
close.
Yeah, it is. It is.
New series. Difficulty zone co-op play. Remix.
Yeah, compared to everything else, this is now an easy 21. But it kind of kicks me in the gut that I completely forgot there are no breaks. There are no breaks in the run aside from like the very middle part of that run. Otherwise, it's a continuous stream. I kind of forgot about that.
It's around that old and run.
Yep.
Pretty much.
But yeah, like, going back to Legend, from like the base life bar that you start with, it takes over 250 notes to fill that sucker. And if you were missing a lot more, oh, you are going to be looking at close to 500, assuming you can even get to 500. It's a little rough. I had failed Drop Frontier twice before I got past it. Also because I was sight reading the first time and didn't see the ending until the second time I got scared by the ending. Brown Sky was a little scary, but I got through that first try, so. I don't know. I don't really like having it only single, because we've kind of integrated it to where like double or half double is supposed to be like the progression of difficulty, because that's just kind of tradition with this game. And honestly, unless you have like separate courses for both, I would rather just integrate it in and just be like, deal with it. You want the highest rank? Deal with it. Now, that being said, I'm not really keen on having it your rank tied to what you can play in division mode. So, we kind of need to rework that some. I see it.
Is this really your best?
That's what my foot is. That's on me. That's on me. Is what it is.
See, grinding non-arcade stuff is extra annoying because I have to back out. So I don't like doing it. I'm honestly considering just doing that run facing the other way. You know what, let's try that actually. I've already come up with strats like those, I might as well just apply them. Yeah, this is an NX8 chart. The remix was actually revived in NX2, but aside from a World Max mission, no new charts were added. If I remember right, this was the Rune mission that had it. No, it's not the Rune mission, it's the Wing mission. Rune is a free. Alright, let's see how bad this goes. No, I like that a lot more. I like that a lot more. That works out. Anything to get through that part more consistently. Well, that's 1 and 1. We'll just play that one. I've always been afraid I will mess up the very end. Thankful that's never happened. I hope to keep it that way.
Absolutely perfect!
Oh yeah, next. I need to see it great.
Wow! Next stage.
Yeah. This, and especially this, are not pleasant experiences. Which honestly I don't really get. You're gonna keep freaking this in the game, but rip out Beat of the War 1. Life is weird. This game's history is weird at this point. I mean, shoot, we have several songs that don't even have any of the original charts at this point. Like, Dance With Me is my one that I always think of. But I'm pretty sure stuff like Miss S's Story is also true. I don't think Miss S's Story. Midnight Blue as well, yeah. That only has the new Fiesta charts. Freestyle. because performances were ripped out. There's probably more examples.
I want to say one Christmas.
Yeah, I think that's actually accurate. I think all of those are gone because they were almost everything was
The
replaced
only
in
chart
zero.
that was not ever replaced is Nightmare, but it's not original chart. It's
Yeah.
added later.
Yeah. That is true. And everything else got replaced in zero.
Or Fiesta.
Or Fiesta twice. I think they just keep wanting to do things with the song, like either edit things, remove things, or add things. Well, Christmas does come every year, so I guess it is rolling around in their calendar. That's going to be their justification. That's my fault. I felt that on my front foot.
Hey, is this really your best?
What?
Ugly D.
Ugly D. That was replaced immediately. Yeah, Ugly D was just immediately replaced. Did I forget to put that in? I had to do my hard calculation for a second. Because I was not thinking right.
New series, difficulty series going. Remix.
Please just let me be free of this. Please. Sela, what are you doing, man?
Is this really
All you
your
had to do was
best?
just double step. Hey, just quit. I'm bad. I usually use my toes even though I shouldn't. It really depends on, like, the pattern. It,
Slopes are better because it's a shorter distance and less strain on the back feet leg. Because if you move your feet flat in that position, it's worse than if you do it in toe.
it depends. Me, I do toes way more. Like, that's just me.
On those specific turns,
That's just me. Realistically, yes, you should hit them with the heel. But being an old fart that has had trouble adjusting his technique over the years and has just done the best he can, there are still some old habits that die hard. more careful with my right
Hey,
foot.
is this really your best? New tunes. K-pop.
Okay, well, let's play this out for a second to think about this. So if you're having no problems in doubles, think how your weight's already shifted to do stuff like this, and you're kind of already over. In single, your center of balance is over here now, so you need to spend time either getting your body in a better position or being able to twist your waist more so that you can move your foot easier. You have to make adjustments even if it's the same pattern because you're not going to have the same conditions from pad to pad.
What I'm saying is, if the person is originally like this, they would have to move heel from heel, and this is farther than going this.
Okay, but when you're talking fast crossovers, we're probably talking stuff like this.
Well, if you're already sideways, then doing it like this is better. But if you're going from straight, it's easier to reach with the toe than the heel. Because with the heel,
Okay.
you're gonna stretch your back muscles really hard.
Okay, but that still applies to what I like. That still applies to what I want to cover. It's like the whole point is that your weight distribution is not going to be the same between those patterns, so you have to make a choice knowing what's coming up. So, recap real quick. Your center of balance is already a little bit over here instead, whereas single, it's over here now. So you have to make the work. Like I said, I'm bad and I usually use my toes unless it's one of those repeating blue patterns where I know I can do this. Which is not very often. I can think of Nyarlathotep and Zero Eyes.
New tunes. Use difficulty zone double. Co-op plays remix.
We're going to take just a few more shots at this, but the stairs are just the most frustrating part by far. The stairs are by far the hardest part for me. And there's 3 of them to get through. It's me. It's my left foot.
Hey, is this really your best? Remix.
This is true, but also getting advice is still more information is not a bad thing. Because you can make choices with more information. You may not absolutely use it, but there's no harm in having more information that is correct. Incorrect information, yes, you want to not have to deal with that. Because I've definitely had some times where I've had to argue with people because they thought so and so chart did this very specific thing when it doesn't, or it doesn't do this thing when it does, and it's like that's the kind of information you actually need to correct and be aware of. Almost missed that. That's not even the right foot! That's not even the right foot,
Is this
man.
real?
Alright, we're gonna take one more set of this and then we're gonna move on because I really just need to just get away from this song. If we don't get in the next set.
Yes, let's get parts of it. Let's play chicken wing and final audition.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
New tunes. Difficulties only
did.
up a full song.
Well, I didn't get Chicken Wing S21, but that's honestly even worse.
Remix.
Like, you have to remember Chicken Wing S21 is way harder than this. So much harder to BG. A good chart, but so much harder. Even Chicken Wing Shortcuts, I would say, is harder to BG. Like, I've at least done this multiple times in the past. I've done Chicken Wing Shortcut twice. There was no reason to throw it away like that. We were past the hard one.
Absolutely perfect! Wow!
One last try.
Next stage.
One last try, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna find other things to play. Alright, since I'm saying this is the last attempt for the day, this is obviously going to be the one. Unless it's not. That's just how it works. No reason to even get the good.
Is this really your best?
So that was just unfortunate. That's 100% me. Being nervous and having trouble with that. That's fine. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, everything else on like my S21 list is really, really hard. I can see myself doing at least a couple more of these. Alright, well, let's go to a different remix. Let's go Beethoven Influenza. For that one, I don't have either on Phoenix. Thank goodness, because holy moly, the sync on this one. Good chart, at least. Really? I disagree with that. What a remix. The second grade I can probably see because I was telling that improvement.
Wow! New record!
I have no idea. All I know is it's late from the start.
I feel like there is some discrepancy.
Yeah, everything. Everything is disconnected with the sync.
Next stage.
All the glitchy parts are where the sync is being disconnected. That is the sync being thrown into the song. Now, there was no reason I should have thrown it away after the big run. I will try not to hold back too much. Like I said, this thing is normally really late, but I probably was holding back too much because I have JT -5 on. And to be honest, that run did not deserve to finish anyways because...
Weird things you did.
Yeah, there were things I did, and I'm honestly amazed I got through the twist run in the middle. Because I was actually, like, not feeling good on that. Like, I did not feel like I was in control. Okay, we'll get this. That ringing at the end, I thought the oven was going off.
Absolutely perfect!
I don't know. I hear sounds in these things that sound like other sounds. And I think that's a sign I need to take a break at some point from everything in life.
They can count 1, 3, 4.
think question mark is the next number after 28. Alright, well, at least that one's out of the way. I can do Mope. It's not like the most pleasant thing, but I can do it.
New teams. Difficulty zone series. Difficulty zone single. Level 21.
What other song did I like see for this with Opti's video, and I can't remember what. And I'm like, this is the same person who made Mope Mope's BGA. Okay then, because it was like completely different. It was like 100% different in style. Well, I guess the 3D animation, like you can kind of tell, but like the theme of the video was so different. I'm still scared to try this again in my mind. Yeah, I didn't screw up the ending for once.
Absolutely perfect! Wow! New record!
The ending of that is way more scary than it has any right to be, and considering the song, that says a lot.
Game over!
The same double shouldn't be that hard. Like, I know we have the giant drill at the end, but it's like the only thing.
They moved it up! New tunes. Difficulty zone double. Level 22.
We're at least out of the remix folder for now. Just take it easy here. be very careful with my feet.
Absolutely perfect! Next stage.
Unfortunately, this is just a very boring jerk to do repeat attempts of. Like, it's fine for what it is, but outside of the hard parts, it's just really not interesting to play. Which, honestly, that's why a lot of people actually like this one, because it's easy for them to snipe. Because it is definitely one of the easiest 22s. Even taking into account the speed. Like, the only hard parts, really, for people are getting through the drill anchor stabs in the middle, and getting through the ending drills. Like, that's really about it. The rest of the chart's pretty standard. Aside from maybe like the bracketing at the very beginning. That at least is interesting. I wanted that fresh PG you could buy at $12.99. I get a 1 cent discount instead.
Absolutely perfect!
Good discount. Please just let me go with this one.
Next stage.
Thankfully, it's not a tiring chart to play. I just have to get my brain in gear here. It's already been an hour. I don't know how long I'll stream today. I'm kind of tired after the last event, which we can talk about briefly at the very end. Had a lot of fun, but definitely wanted a couple days of, at least a day of rest after that. I had learned the hard way: do not put Doom and Pump showcases close to each other. That's very taxing. The hell did I hit? Oh, I must have hit that. I was wondering what happened because my foot was right here. I'm like, what did I trigger? I'm like, oh yeah, it's that one.
best?
Don't get stuck like that. There's no reason to get stuck like that. I don't know why, but at this BPM, I have a lot of problems with like anchor stat at 220 here. It's just a weird technique thing for me. Like maybe if I did something like that, but I don't think that'd be any better. I saw that one great. At the very end of the first time I
Absolutely perfect!
Nice though.
Wow! New record! Next stage.
I did just say this was going to be casual, and this is about as close to casual as we're going to get. Especially with the kinds of charts that I have left PG in this range. Get through the anchors, man. Probably get dual as well, but dual is also pretty hard to get in. I've definitely gotten Ignis in the past, so I guess I can aim for that. And Clematis. Okay, so we at least have a few 22s we can aim for. I was gonna try and play Hercules, but I think I'm just gonna sidestep that today and just play 22s. So I'm lazy. I will say about this chart, at least I am more interested in playing this than Rock the House. At least this has its interesting moments. We have escaped from escape for now.
Absolutely perfect! Wow! New record!
It is a different grade on every single one. Or a different plate on every single one. Unless there's no plate. No plate, no dinner! No!
Game over!
Dinner does sound good after this. We've got Italian to dig into, so.
Yeah.
We have dinner later. Hey, Rectoress. It's understandable. Like I did say it earlier, a little bit earlier. This is pretty much like the easiest, or one of the easiest D22s for people stepping in, because it is fast, but you don't have to do much with that speed. You pretty much just have to know how to drill. And honestly, considering She Likes Pizza S21 exists, you should be okay on drilling by the time you get to this. Oh, same difficulty as Rock the House, by the way. I just realized that because I was comparing the two just a second ago, but yeah, same difficulty as Rock the House to pass.
They blew it up!
Sorceress is also a thing, yes. Sorceress is also a thing.
New tunes!
What else is next? What was I gonna go for? I really didn't do Karma Bus? I did Karma Bus.
Difficulty zone level 17. Level 22.
No, Karma Bus should be pretty easy. That's just running. It does have like some tricky spots, but I should be able to do it. I am past it. I don't think we've gotten any new songs from Key End ever since this came out. Have to not be sloppy. Because I did get pretty sloppy.
Absolutely perfect! Next
Pretty
stage.
sure the sync on this one's at least a little late, but it shouldn't be enough to where I need JT. See, I have such mixed feelings about this song in general, because I wish this arrangement did more than just the main theme over and over. But I like the sound of it. Like, I like the overall sound of it. I just wish it had more in it. And the charts, the uppers are fun. Like, the uppers are fun for what they are. Everything else, aside from maybe, what, D13? Everything else feels a little phoned in. And like I said, I don't think we've gotten another song from Kien since we got this. Static Sphere is one of Kien's aliases. And the Fugususan is actually one of Fox B's aliases. So you've got the two easy to AC boys here. Both very good at their craft. And they contributed pretty heavily to stuff in, well, Fox B definitely did in Fiesta 2. Not Fiesta 2, Prime 2. Because he made quite a few VGAs. Unfortunately, that's the hard part about doing collabs, is now you have to worry about not only your own game, but somebody else's game at the same time. I felt that.
Hey, is this
My
really
foot just
your
kind of did
best?
my whoop. Zilo, can you focus
is
on the
this really
song
your
for 2
best?
minutes? It's not even 2 minutes. This thing's like a minute 45. See, Higgledy gets points for being more open with its themes, and at least having some variety. It is cheesy. That being said, I do like the very end of this, where it's just like, it's done. It's done in the music, it's done. This is the final part, it's done.
Wow!
I do like that
New
tone.
record!
there's just not really a lot of songs to work with.
Next stage.
So it's hard to get anything else out of this song. In terms of like general ideas.
You did these 2 songs, right?
It's 2
Habanero
songs.
and Habanero.
It's yeah. Yeah, it's the habanera and what's the other tune? It's like a folk tune, like La Cabeza. Yeah, it's just so repetitive. It's really the sound of it that I think, and the BGA does fit that sound. It is kind of a random BGA, but I think the neon really works for what the sound is putting out. And I think this is like one of ISJ's better things during this game, just because it fits in its own little weird way. Okay, let's go Clematis.
Level 22. Difficulty zone single. Level 22.
Way past it. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely one of the best.
Absolutely perfect!
This is one of the tunes that I think where the modern music game style really shines. And you wouldn't get this in an old style game. This is where it really shines. And charts are fun, but it is the backstory behind this song being the last of the trilogy,
Game over!
and with the BGA being very hopeful in that regard, it is very warming. It's one of those things where the music already goes up there, up to the ceiling, and the art pushes it past it. Especially with how hard it is to keep hope in this world sometimes. Sometimes you just need something like this as a gentle reminder. It is quite fun to play. It's also quite fun to play in Chrono Circle. It is also really hard in Chrono Circle. It has some really, really nasty things on the master.
Those rhythms are weird.
Hmm.
Those rhythms are weird.
That's progressive for you. I mean, this song does start in 5/8.
Charlie Brothers Hall does sound.
Yeah, because that's part of the drums. They're there. They are accurate. Yeah, R.I.P. is definitely another one that really hammers that home. That one is a little more sad, like upfront sad in that regard. So that's why I decided against using that for RTA in Japan. I figured it was better to play something that wasn't basically a funeral song. Especially considering the charity we're supporting for that. R.I.P. is definitely top tier in that regard to telling a story.
New teams. Difficulty zone level status. Level 18. Level 22.
So many freaking 22s, I swear. How many did we get? Okay, so we have one extra. God, we got 27 new S22s in Phoenix, and that's just arcade. That's not even counting. That's not counting our one full song, one remix, and God billion shortcuts. Let's try and get that last stare. It's funny because this is Fade 1 Chicken Wing all over again, just with a better song. Okay, that's my fault.
Hey,
I let go
is this
way
really
too
your
early.
best?
I let go way too early there. That is true, but honestly, I wish the requirements were slightly higher to make people work for them. If you're going to get extra stuff, you're at least going to work for it. I actually kind of wish there were 2 tiers for getting these like advanced and experts. You have one. You have your baseline first level that's just pass X amount of charts or get this rating, like total rating, which is basically what we have. The second tier to like upgrade that would be a little bit more complicated. We would basically take from like Voltex or My anything with a rating system like that, where we're going to average the scores of your top X amount of charts, and your average after getting that initial baseline needs to be this or higher. That way you can always improve it because we're only counting the top X amount of charts you've passed and have scores reported for. I think that would be more helpful because now that forces you to start playing things to improve, not just pass and be done. And honestly, I think that would smooth out difficulty curves for a lot of people. Like, you'd have that initial bump of like, I don't want to play this. Well, you get better at things by practicing them, and by getting the higher scores, that helps you long term. Yeah, like, not even just incentive for accuracy, just missing less. Like, even if I'm like, my accuracy might be a little bit out here and there, or if you keep it the same, but you miss a lot less, that's still incentive. I'd still think that's improvement. I think that's worth recording. I might pitch that to the team at some point. Just see if they would want something like that or consider it. They probably already have something in mind. But I think that's something I would do if I was in charge. Brain,
Is
brain,
this
brain, brain.
really your best?
Come on, brain. I had already a good miss before then, so I don't know why I kept going. So yeah, like I was saying with like the two-tier system, I would like that kind of system if we ever rework the titles for intermediate and up. Because there definitely needs to be a bit more incentive than just, oh, go past more charts, because charts get added all the time. But I think if you focus it down to, hey, we're gonna take your top 15 or whatever, you can pick any of those 15 in that folder, but we're just only gonna count 15 of them. Now that forces you to be strategic. And yeah, there's always gonna be stuff that's like gonna be a lot easier to score, but that's why you have an average. Because that's what I actually like about MyMy's rating. And anybody not familiar with that system, you have your rating is composed of your top 50, but it's separated into two groups. You have your top 15 of the current latest two games. So for Japan right now, it would be Circle and Prism Plus, and for us international, it would be Prism Plus and Prism. So you take the top 15 in that folder. Then the remaining 35 is taken from everything before them. And because of the way this is structured, whenever a new game comes out, all your 50 gets, well, the stuff that's in the older of the two mixes that were newer gets pushed down into the older. So that becomes your new top 35. And now your top 15 of your newest stuff now has to be filled in again. And I kind of prefer that because that gives you something to do every 6 months. Unless you manage to get everything from your top 15 in the newest game, absolutely. I am not feeling right-facing staircases today. No, they changed it. They changed it recently where now it's the current two versions. It used to be the only newest. But it's changed now to where it actually is top 2. Now, they do count the pluses as a separate game. So let's just say stuff within the year cycle.
Difficulty zone single.
Like, I think this was specifically a Prism change. It might have been a Prism Plus change, but that's how it definitely is because that's how mine is calculated right now, and we're on Prism Plus for international.
Series zone.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna get off of Filmatus because I'm just not feeling one. We can try for Ignis. Ignis is a little tough, but I'm
Series
not feeling that.
difficulty zone level 11. Level 22.
Yeah, they make such like weird, like small changes between games, like from what I've been reading, because I'm a newcomer to Sega music games in comparison, so I've been like really trying to read to like try and get the speed on everything. Now Circle's gonna be having a whole bunch of stuff unlocked because everything up to Buddies is gonna get unlocked by default. So that'd be really nice to not have to unlock another few hundred songs. At least for master charts. Play it out. The technique for this chair is so funny. I can tell, even playing old stars. You know, I have played stuff from Plus, like My Plus. Oh my god. The charting back then was, it was definitely a you tried moment.
Next stage.
Even looking at some stuff like Fragrance, I'm like, you tried. We're figuring it out, it's okay. You tried. Yeah, like, we didn't get official My until, it's been about a month and a half? Something like that? A month and a half or so? And I'm so glad we finally have cabinets, real cabinets. So yeah, you can play like Finale or DXs on private servers, but like the game doesn't really grow that way. That's a whole nother can of worms, especially since Sega gets really mad about that. So I'm glad we have official releases, and anybody can buy them here. Like anybody, like you offer up that money, they'll let you play. Now that being said, not many people have just 30K to just throw around, so. But the option's there. Hey honey, let's take out a small loan. Actually, I'm not even sure we could get it in this house. I wonder if like any of our doors are actually wide enough to get a cabinet in the house. Maybe we could get it in the front door. Maybe. This one definitely not. It definitely wouldn't go in here. It would go out there. Or it goes to the garage. That would be miserable though. That actually would be probably bad for all the electronics. I wouldn't do that. Alright, can I get a run of this where I get the ending but don't already screw up? I keep sweating so badly that my sweat is actually dripping onto the pad. It's pretty rare. Whoopsie.
Absolutely perfect!
Like, it's just like tiny drops. It's like these really tiny drops.
Game over!
Okay, we'll go for Ignis a little bit more. We'll go for Ignis just a little bit more. Can definitely do it.
Then move it up!
I turned the gargoyle on.
New teams! Difficult difficulty zone single! Level 22!
I forgot to turn pass on. We'll just do it and I don't have to worry about it, right? I was late at the end anyways. I was so late at the end anyways. Yep. That's about what I expected.
Perfect!
Like, it's definitely not an easy one to get, but it's pretty doable.
Next stage!
We actually did have a discussion about this BGA in the official server like yesterday. Because it is like very abstract and very radically different from the original Wisp, because this is a remix of Wisp, but original Wisp didn't really have anything to work with anyways. So I think it was fine to just start fresh with something that kind of just goes for the feel of it. Yeah, rolling brackets are tough. And I just got behind. Especially that ending right there. Also, for me, the hardest parts are the two little mini drills into the stair. That's the hardest of those bursts. And then the brackets where you need to do blue yellows. Because you need to turn quite a bit, and you're still drilling at 220 to hit those. Those are the hardest things.
Hey, is this really your best?
Always hard. Oh god, yeah, repentance. Yeah, repentance is its own thing. Because it's really, really, really hard. Unless you are the freaking master of slamming your toe down in rhythm. Which is not the method I took to do it. That chart is fun for what it is, but actually trying to score it past just a UG is miserably hard. Like, it took me quite a while to get that PG. Alright, I'm gonna make this the last credit that I try for Ignis, and then we're just gonna run for other things. Yeah, pass versus accuracy, because for just passing, it's fine as a 19. To actually score, it's a lot harder than a lot of like 20s and 21s, if you want the PG. I'm not really seeing anything else on the 22 list I really want to try for, unless I really want to go for duel. I might try for duel, because duel is fun, but it is tough. Let's try this a few more times, though. I don't want to get all the way to the end and just die over and over. not up for that today, especially since I keep missing this corner. Let's move on. Let's go back. Let's go over to Duel. Like, I know it's tempting to, like, just throw myself at the wall at it, but it's not one of those days. It actually has been a while since I've played this one, so hopefully we'll get through the ending okay. Okay, apparently I only need one try. Unguard! Hey, I left the 7. Maybe it was just a sign I'm lucky on my duels.
New record!
Shout out to Cashew and Dion, because I love this song. That's a good one. Like, this is one of those ones
Next
where you
stage.
play it the first time, and if you don't already have the skill set, it's going to be extremely overwhelming. If you already have the skill set, you can absolutely play this. A lot of people do get scared when they see the brackets. They just kind of just mash 3. But really, you look at it more closely, and it's just a sideways turn over and over with a bracket every other beat. The ending is a little tricky, but if you're prepared for it, you can mash it out if you really need to, or you figure out what it does, and it's a little less scary once you like actually see what's going on. Now, I can do a lot of stuff by reinterpreting it as like musical terms for me, being a former trumpet player. So it's easy for me to have those kinds of like mind checks to be able to just recontextualize. So that might help if you just kind of like break it down and think about it in a different way. It is a really fun chart for what it is. It's not, I don't think it's a very hard 22. I think it's one of the easiest, but it's very scary when you're first going for it if you don't already have that skill set. I think Imagine Rise is actually a lot harder at the end because of the way it does the foot swinging, because it just throws brackets every 8th note, which is, for me, that's a lot scarier and more difficult. Both charts actually also, well, Imagine Rise actually has some pretty easy patterns in this one. This one actually has some very tiring patterns. Not so much hard, but very tiring. I didn't finish this, so why don't we try for this? I don't play this one that often, but I do enjoy this one. This one's really fun. Dang it. Yeah, I had that one double step drag that I was a little off.
Absolutely perfect!
Alright, we'll go for this. I would like to finish this one. The ending of this is quite hard. And does seal the 22 rating. Because once you hit those last 32 measures, it goes. There's not really a break. And that's very typical of Stam's work. That's very typical, where he does do a lot at the very end of things. Yeah, like the last 32 measures, you don't have much break at all.
Game over!
Because I definitely do not count the part after the initial runs as a break. Because you still are jumping around, you're still double stepping on those holds to get those 16ths, unless you're really good at rolling your feet, which I am not. Let's go for Vector. Kind of appropriate for a guy, a Doom speedrunner to go after a song named Vector. It'd be more appropriate if I was a Sonic speedrunner, but I'm not. What games is Vector even in? Let's see, Knuckles Chaotix and Sonic Heroes, is that it? I don't know if Vector's in Sonic the Fighters. Actually, let me grab a quick drink. Let me get some more water and we'll keep going on this. Yeah, that's what most people do. I mean, I have to talk about vectors at least a little bit when it comes to Doom, just because of how the movement is. Like, anybody who isn't familiar with Doom's movement, like classic PC Doom, it's a lot like a lot of older 90s first-person shooters. To keep things simple, you have movement in X and movement in Y, and if you strafe run, those movement vectors just get added together. So you move faster diagonally than you would running in one direction or the other by itself. So I have to talk about vectors a little bit. And it's especially a little bit more complicated when you when it's not Doom 64. Because there's some quirks about PC Doom. So I guess let's go for Vector a little bit. It's been almost 2 hours, so I'll probably stop after this one. Because I don't really want to play anything hard today. I mean, I'll play Imperium, I guess. I do need to practice Imperium.
Use your custom step. Difficulty zone level challenge. Level 22.
There, diagonal movement wins. There's your vectors. Diagonal movement wins.
Wow! New record!
30-something years of Doom playing pays off in a game that's completely unrelated. Alright, cool.
Next
That's like 2
stage.
years overdue, but you know what? Better late than never. Sometimes it's just really hard to close something out even if you've already got a good score on it. Because I remember fluking some ridiculous V3 score for the D24 at the arcade after we had like picked up a friend from out of town. And I think it took me at least a year, if not a year and a half, to come close to matching it. Like, some things it just takes a while. You get blocked on it, or you just don't play it for a while. Although that chart I very much enjoy. I haven't played it in a while lately, though. Alright, so I did say I was going to play in Imperium.
Level 22. Difficulty zone double. Level 25.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm considering swapping this one out for Conflict. I'll talk to Yudai about it. See what he thinks. Because it would be okay to not have this one. I'll talk to him and see what he thinks. I might just swap it over. Depends how I feel here. But for now, we will play this, see if I can do at least get a little bit more consistent. Really love this song, at least. Oh, I forgot I had passed that on.
Is this really your best?
Whoopsie! I'm kind of glad that happened before I had a good run going. This is why it is important to check your settings. Good thing that run was already not great. God, I love this song though. Like, for me, this is the top tier in Phoenix for originals. This and like Lucid Dream. For me, those are the top two. So, something else might come close, but like off the top of my head, out of Phoenix originals, those two are the ones. Loxia definitely comes close. Loxia definitely comes close. Like, those three songs definitely encapsulate the elements I like most of modern music game originals.
I like Showdown a lot.
Showdown's also a good one. It's also helped by the art because it has Devitt. We love Devitt.
And Burger Charts.
I think, yeah, music and chart. I don't think this is Marie's best BGA, but I do think it's a cool one. It doesn't have Devitt in it, so it can't be the best BGA. Like, I think in terms of best BGA for Marie, I think Decadence probably takes that for me. There are some other good ones I like Paranoia, which isn't even in this game.
I think I'm going between Decadence and Dark Side.
Decadence and what else?
Dark Side.
Dark Side also great. Yeah, Artcore. Artcore's... Sakuzo is no stranger to Artcore. He is like one of the best at it. I don't even know how much modern music games would change if he wasn't already involved. I'll let that slide for a second.
Hey, why don't you just get up and
I
dance?
was very surprised I missed that. I must have like really not pushed down. We'll try that again. I swear we're gonna at least finish in here. This next run we should at least finish. We'll at least play this next one. I can kind of see that, especially since his first albums really left a huge impression on people.
New tunes. Use your difficulty zone level 17. Level 25.
Like seriously, you look at stuff from Silencia now, and pretty much everything still holds up great. And is still very influential. Like, I'm still a huge fan of Laplace and Axion. And they even took something from the second album for Chrono Circle. They actually took Laventail. They took Laventail from Laventail. And which ended up being a good fit for the game. Yeah, all good songs. Alright, let's at least play this one to the end. I'll play this one to the end. Okay, I lied. Because I'm really bad at that for some reason. Hold on. We need to make sure we're not clashing my feet across. Yes, it is. And I think it's a good fit. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's cut just right.
New tunes. Difficulty zone double. Level 25.
I'm not sure how good it would fit in other games, but for Chrono, it's a perfect fit. It did unfortunately come pretty late in the game's lifespan, so not many people really got a chance to play it. I am really bad about hitting that. I swear I'm gonna get something started here, but it's not looking good. Okay, well I shouldn't be failing, so let me just put Patch G on. If I'm having a serious run, I shouldn't be failing. Yeah.
New tunes.
Yeah.
Difficulty zone 0. Level 25.
I will say it is fun, but from a design standpoint, you're honestly better off staying with my mind. There are a lot of things that Chrono Circle does really great. Unfortunately, the whole cabinet design is very mixed, and it kind of results in problems. So if for those of you that have not played Chrono Circle at all, the wheel itself that turns, that is actually very good. They did a good job engineering that to where it has enough weight to where you're not going to accidentally smack it a whole bunch, but it's still easy enough to turn as needed. The problem is that with how they did the buttons, there's no like wiring harness or anything behind. They decided to just have the buttons have some switches, and then put styluses behind those, and those styluses, when you push the button, just kind of tap the touchscreen, which is good from a wiring harness standpoint, but not good from a consistency standpoint. So it's very difficult to push buttons in that game. It's one of those things where I wish we had a better solution, but I can't think of it. That part after the pause was really good.
That's the way to go.
I just wish I didn't lose steam after that. That part after the pause was really good. Like after the break.
Next stage.
There's one very deceptive thing about this chart. It requires a very high amount of stamina. Because it's a constant ankle turning movement. And that wears you down when you don't get a break. But it is so fun. This is upper end, I feel. I know a lot of people struggle with this. This is a hard one. It's not as hard as probably Desipar Ser, or definitely not Etude. But it's definitely up there from 25s for most people. Because it punishes you hard. So the beginning and endings, JN is active on all those triples and quads. So if you are really bad on your foot placement, you're going to get punished hard on multiple notes. And especially at the very end, that's a very real possibility with how tired you will be. This one is really fun, but it is a struggle. And there are a lot of people who do not like this chart because of the bracketing techniques and everything involved with it. I love this chart. I think this is like perfect for what it should be. Because there were a lot of people complaining when this came out. Like, hey, where's the hyper twist like imprinting D24 was? That's what the D23 is for. And people were also complaining, hey, just another bracketer. Well, the bracketing in this is done in a way that's not done like other charts. It's a very different kind of bracket chart. Yeah, like JN is active on those parts. So it is easy. It's good if you can hit them and keep your life up, because that is extra health if you're not missing, but it's very easy to miss. I'm gonna let the timer run out. I'm gonna let it die, and then we'll take another stab at it. I'm definitely feeling more confident about it.
Hey, is this really your best?
But yeah, like I said, this is definitely an upper end 25. This is not entry level at all. This is quite hard. Because it's very constant. Aside from the slowdown, you don't get a break. Aside from the slowdown, you do not get a break. You are doing something everywhere else. Yeah. I think D23 is also a great chart. It definitely makes you work, because there are some tough patterns in that. Especially the very end of the violin solo. But it is also excellent. Like, really every chart for this song is perfect for what it is. Alright. Try this one more time here. So close, but nice.
Wow! New record!
That would be a really great S to get. That's okay. Improvement's improvement.
Next stage.
Did it really pause? I hate everything about that camera. I am going to replace it as soon as I can. I do have a new camera to put in its place. And an appropriate capture card for it, because that thing is a webcam up there, and I am so sick of that shit. Sorry, I have to rant, because that is frustrating. Like, I'm so sick of that crap. Technology is the worst thing ever. The best too, but the worst. Absolute worst when that happens. Oh well. Oh well. Anyways, I still got a good score out of that. And I have a screenshot. That's fine. Anyways, that's going to be it for me for today. Thank y'all for joining me. Let's go over some very quick announcements. Because, like I was saying earlier, we did participate in FPFP 2025 over the weekend. I had both Doom 64 and Pump on Saturday evening, Central Time. So you can see it on the Day 2 VODs. And they'll get the individual runs out on the channel after a bit of a break. But the final total for the marathon that we raised for Gate is $4,100, $4,127.06 for a weekend for just 3 days of doing marathon stuff. It's pretty damn good. And I will definitely say, because Gate supports some of the most vulnerable people, especially here in the U.S., where things are not so good, I definitely want to reiterate trans rights are human rights, as they always should be. But definitely stick up for the people around you that need help. So, aside from that, I am kind of busy this month, so I have alluded to RTA in Japan at the end of the month. I'll be playing PIU Phoenix for that remotely. I'm very happy that this will be my third time up here, my third winter with them. And, it'll be interesting doing a showcase instead of just a speed run this time. So that'll be fun. But also in less than 2 weeks, the Power Up with Pride crew, we're going to have a raid train going. We didn't want to do a full marathon this time because the staff are very tired and kind of spread out. That's kind of the case with a lot of events this year. So we decided just kind of a raid train to raise money would be great. I will go double check later what charity we are supporting this time. But other than that, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my 2-hour block yet. I will probably play Rise and Necrodancer, because I don't really want to do another Pump showcase on foot. I think I would rather show Rise off this time. So it's just going to be a very casual raid training. It'll be fun. But those are the 2 big things I have this month, aside from it being holidays and getting things ready in real life. But that is all for me. Let me go find y'all a raid target on Twitch, see who's around. Who is doing stuff? I think somebody's actually playing Plump at CHT. Let me check real quick. No, nobody actually is. Never mind. Who else is on? Let's go say hi to Phantom, because they're doing Battle Network 1 to prep for AGDQ. So let's go say hi to Phantom. Go give them some love, go give them some support. Because this will be the first time Battle Network gets a mainline game in a GDQ main marathon. But I'll see y'all next stream, whenever that'll be, probably Wednesday before I go to work. If not, sometime later this week. Thanks for watching, everyone.